Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about how you can crack a job in high frequency trading firm if you are from a tier 3 college. Not just from a tier 3 college, but basically if you are non-IIT and if you're not from a top IIT, how you can get into HFT. A lot of people have been demanding this video for a while, and I did some research around this topic. I talked to some of the people who have actually done it. I also researched on LinkedIn, and I found some of the posts of the people on LinkedIn who have actually cracked HFT jobs despite being from a tier 3 college. So I'll talk about all those things in this particular video. I would recommend all you guys to watch this video till the end, and I hope you will get a lot of knowledge from this video. In the end, I will also show some of the posts of the people who have basically written on LinkedIn that how they actually got into HFT despite of being from a tier 3 college. I mean, some of those posts are very brilliantly written. So let's get into it. So I'll start this video by telling about what is the ground reality right now, in the hiring industry of HFT. If you are basically targeting a new grad job at HFT, how does the ground reality looks like? So the ground reality is that for a new grad or for a fresher, HFTs prefer IITians. I mean, there is no denying in that fact, and there are some reasons why they do prefer the IITians, and I'll talk about them now. So first reason is that IITians are smarter. This is not something which I am claiming. This is not something which the people from IIT claim, but this is what is actually echoed by their resume. If you look at the achievements in their resume, I mean, they have insane achievements in the field of competitive coding. If you'll see who are the top people from India on Codeforces, I mean, most of them are IITians. If you'll see any major competition like Google Code Jam, Facebook Hacker Cup, the people from India who are in top rank list are mostly from IITs. Now, apart from that, they have insane achievements in some high-profile Olympiads like Informatics Olympiad, and ICHO, which is International Chemistry Olympiad, IPHO, which is International Physics Olympiad, then International Astronomy Olympiad, International Mathematics Olympiad, IMO. Some of the IITians are also gold medalists in these Olympiads. They have achievements in NTSC Olympiad, KVPY, all these high-profile Olympiad and tests which are regarded worldwide. Most of the IITians have strong achievements and they are gold medalists in those Olympiads. So these things are actually regarded as very highly by HFT firms because they actually display the intelligence of a person. Intelligence is a very key criteria for a trading role. The second thing is that they have good projects in their resume. If an IITian is targeting a job in HFT, I have seen that in their resume they actually do projects in the field or in the tech stack which is heavily used in HFTs. Like they will have projects around C++, they have projects around computer networks. If they are targeting for a trading role, they will have projects around machine learning and very good projects. Then they have good knowledge of C++ because most of the IITians, I have seen that they use C++ for competitive coding. And when you do a lot of good projects in this particular language, the knowledge of that language increases itself. Then I have also seen while interviewing some of the people, like where the tier 3 college students get behind IITians is that, I have seen that tier 3 college students also do good in data structures and algorithms, but they do lack the knowledge of core computer science subjects like object-oriented programming, operating systems, computer network, and computer architecture. And again, there is a reason behind that why they get outclassed in these subjects by IITians, because if I talk about my college, most of these core computer science subjects were not taught in a very good manner. Most of the teachers, I would say that they were stupid. They did not have good knowledge around these subjects. And their teaching style was also not very good. They were not able to explain most of the concepts, and it was just a note copy pasting class, and even the notes sucked in reality. Using those notes, all you can do is just pass the college exam. They were worthless. But if you talk with any IITian, and if you'll ask him how did you basically crack the interview questions of course computer science subjects, or what did you do actually, what are the resources you referred to gain knowledge around this core CS subjects for the interview, so they will say that their notes only. Professors at IITs, they have good knowledge around these subjects. Some of them are expertise in the subjects which they are teaching, and again, the notes which they give to their students, whatever things they teach in the curriculum, is mostly enough for clearing interviews at a fresher level or at a new grad level. the other thing is that they are able to think out of the box. They are good in mathematics. They are able to solve puzzles. I mean, I have again seen that some of the people who are not from IITs basically lack in this particular field, because most of their preparation has been oriented toward data structures and algorithms only. And sometimes you need people who are a bit smarter than an average group of people, who are able to actually think out of the box. And the other thing is that every firm wants to hire IITians, so it actually fuels the competition because everyone is running to grab the best talent, and that also plays an important role. But anyways, so the other things are that, which if you're not from IIT and you want to crack a HFT, so again you need to outclass the people in all the things which I have said earlier. Okay, all the fields or all the subjects which I said earlier. So as I say here, that if you're a non-IITian and don't have a strong resume, you are not insanely good in data structures and algorithms, C++, core computer science subjects like OOPS, OSCN and CA, then you are already out of the competition. And I would say that do not waste your time applying for HFTs because it will be worthless. First, you need to build knowledge around all those things. I mean, that is the most important key factor. If you don't have knowledge around all these things, you're already out of the competition. It's just a waste of time. Instead of applying for HFTs, prepare for technology firms. Okay. The other thing is that if you're from a tier 3 college, then most probably you cannot become a quant trader right after college. I mean, do not fool yourself by setting unrealistic expectations. And there is a reason around that. The reason is that, the other thing is that in case you are insanely good in mathematics and you have displayed strong performance in some high profile Olympiads, as I already mentioned, that if you are a medalist, like a gold medalist or a silver medalist in some Olympiad which is highly regarded at national or international level, that is given a very high weightage by HFTs. I mean, that has a very high weightage while shortlisting candidates for trading roles. So in case you are one of such person, then there is a chance that the college tag might not matter. Okay, but most probably the thing is that if you actually have that kind of achievement in some Olympiad, then you would have also cracked the JEE advanced paper. I mean, and you would have been an IITian. But so like this point is that most probably a tier 3 college student won't have some kind of high achievement in all those high profile Olympiads. But in case you do, then the story is different. But in case you don't have this good achievement, you already suck at mathematics or you do not have interest in mathematics, then quant trading role is not actually for you. I mean, even if you get into quant trading, you will get laid off. So do not fool yourself by setting unrealistic expectation. So what are the things which people like you and me, a non-IITian or tier 3 college student, can do? There are a lot of things. The first thing is, as I already said, you need to gain a lot of knowledge. Knowledge is the key factor. Practice a lot of data structures and algorithms. Do competitive coding. I mean, people keep on asking me if competitive coding is necessary for cracking HFTs. Well, it's not if you're really smart, but the thing is that competitive coding helps to light your achievement section in the resume. It will help you get shortlisted. It will give you, like if you have a very high rating on competitive coding websites like Codeforces, CodeChef, HackerRank, or if you have displayed strong performance in high profile coding competitions like Google Code Jam, Google Kickstart, Meta Hacker Cup, then these things actually, if you highlight all those things in your resume, there is a high chance you can get shortlisted. Okay, because what you need to do is basically you need to outclass IITians. I mean, you need to display, your resume should display that it is actually, your skill set is actually better than an IITian. Okay, again, for you, use only C++ for competitive coding or for practicing data structures and algorithms, because C++ is the most heavily used language in HFTs. They want people who are good in C++. Do not use any other programming language. If you do not have interest in C++, HFT is not for you. Do C++ projects, very important. Again, it will help you get shortlisted. I mean, it will make your resume stronger. It will make you stand out than an average group of people. If you are eyeing for a trading role, machine learning projects are important. If possible, if you have time, do that. If you do not have time, that's okay. You need strong knowledge in core computer science objects, object-oriented programming, operating system, computer network, computer architecture. I mean, first 3 points which I said will only help you get shortlisted to clear the interviews and clear the written test. To clear the interviews, you need knowledge of core computer science subjects. And this is the place where in my hiring experience I've seen that tier 3 college students are not able to perform. This is the place, or this is the in the interviews where these core computer science subject questions are asked, most of the people get rejected here. So as I said, doing all those things, you need to display that you are actually better than IITians. Your resume should display it, your skill set should display it, your knowledge should display it, your performance in interviews should display it. And to display this particular thing that you are better than an IITian, you need very strong knowledge around all these things. And if you can't do the above, if you do not have interest in these things, then again HFT is not the game for you. So we have done the preparation part is done. We are equipped with what we need to crack an HFT. Now how do we apply there? Okay, most probably an HFT firm won't visit your college for placements. This is the harsh reality. I really sympathize for you people, but this is the harsh reality. Not a problem. Try off campus, try via referrals. There are a lot of opportunities which are open for freshers on their career website, and keep on scouring their career website at a daily basis. Whenever you see an opening, try getting a referral for it. In case you do not get a referral, apply directly there. If you have a strong resume, you'll get shortlisted. The other thing is that HFT recruiters are also looking out for you. They are constantly on the lookout for hiring people on LinkedIn. Most of the HFTs have tie-ups with a lot of external or third-party recruiting firms who specialize in recruiting engineers, C++ engineers, traders, for high-frequency trading firms. So all the recruiters from their company, and there are HFTs have a tie-up from a lot of firms. I get the calls from recruiter on a daily basis. Okay, so they are already on the lookout for you, and they are searching for people on LinkedIn only. People usually very heavily underestimate the power of LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is a great tool. Keep your LinkedIn updated. Whatever you have written on your resume, highlight that on your LinkedIn. Your resume is usually one page. Sometimes you're not able to describe everything there, but on LinkedIn you can describe a lot of things. Okay, so keep your LinkedIn updated. Most of the recruiters do a keyword search. Like if they want a C++ developer, they would try to search for C++ devs on LinkedIn. So use those kind of keywords there, that I did this particular project in C++, or I have strong knowledge around these subjects. Okay, so most of the recruiters, they have the premium LinkedIn subscription, and they do keyword search. And if your profile has those keywords, then that might prop up in their search. And this is the place, or this is LinkedIn is the place which has the highest probability of you getting the interview call. HFTs won't visit your college. You might also not get referrals from the people, but LinkedIn, there is a very high chance that a recruiter might reach out to you on LinkedIn if your LinkedIn is if you have a very strong profile on LinkedIn, and not just a strong profile, but a profile which is actually oriented towards the skill sets required by an engineer or a trader at an HFT firm. Okay, did you still fail to get the offer? Even after doing all those things, maybe you did not get a call from an HFT firm, or maybe you did get the call, you were not able to pass the interviews, and eventually you did not get a job at HFT. So are you already done? No problem, my friend, there is still a chance. What you should try to do is that you should try to get an offer from a very renowned technology firm, from a big tech firm, mostly Google or Facebook, because HFTs do a lot of hiring from Google and Facebook for experienced engineers. If you go to Google or Facebook, and even better if you are able to get a C++ team there, a team who works on C++ tech stack in Google or Facebook, then you can spend 1 or 2 years there, and you can then again apply to HFT for the role of an experienced engineer, maybe SDE2 or SDE3. And then you have a very high chance of getting a job from HFT. Your profile will most probably get shortlisted. Everything will come down whether you are able to clear the interviews or not. And I'm telling you, if you did a lot of work in college, 4 years in college, 4 years is a very big time. And if you spent your 4 years very wisely in college, you practiced a lot of data structures and algorithms, you built a very strong knowledge around core computer science subjects, then you will be easily able to clear the interviews, and you can then join HFT. In case you do not get a job from Google or Facebook, again, not everyone can get there, And it's not just that the list is limited to Google or Facebook only, but any big tech firm which works on C++. I mean, try to join a firm which works on C++, work there, gain experience in C++, develop a very strong knowledge around C++, and then come back to HFT. Okay. Now I want to come back on one thing which I actually forgot to say, and this is that as I said, that if you're from a tier 3 college, you cannot become a quant trader right after college. But it's not that you will never become a quant trader. I mean, there is still a chance. What you can do is that you can try to get a job as an SD at HFT. I mean, a tier 3 college student can easily get a job as a software development engineer in HFT. Okay, once you get a SD job at HFT, work insanely hard there, display that you are a very highly performing candidate, a very high performing employee. Okay, and like make yourself irreplaceable. I mean, gain a lot of understanding around the tech stack which your company uses, gain a lot of understanding around the components, or you can say all the applications which your firm has. Try to become irreplaceable. Okay, by irreplaceable, what I mean is that try to become an engineer that in case that engineer leaves the firm is just not able to fill that position. I mean, the firm is just not able to find a person like that. So that's what I mean by an irreplaceable engineer. I mean, if you are really, really good in the tech stack and the applications which their firm uses, if you build a dependency around you, okay, if you become the go-to guy for most of the things in your team, then you can become that irreplaceable person. And most of these people, when you display such a performance, the trading teams might become interested in you and might give you a role in trading in that particular trading team. Okay, so this is what you can do to become a quant trader. Now, I said what I had to say. I mean, most of the things which I already covered in this video. The last thing is that I want to display a post of a person who authored. I mean, this person actually cracked a job at an HFT firm. He was from a tier 3 college, and this post has been authored by him, and I think it's a brilliantly written post. You should read it, and I mean, it will motivate you a lot and also tell you how he basically cracked the HFT job at HFT and how you can do it. So it says that from tier 3 to Tower Research, he says that a start from a tier 3 college, Tower was a consistent dream for him. People usually keep questioning me, how did HFTs become my goal? So I decided to summarize what I did to reach here. I started with competitive coding to learn about DS Algo, UC, C++ for coding, and fell for the language high time. As I said, I mean, C++ is very, very important because it is the most heavily used tech stack at HFTs, only to gain a lot of confidence and procedurally improve my rank. Obsession for code efficiency led me to learn concepts about hardware, kernel works, and how we can utilize them in C++ to increase performance of our code and algorithms. So as I said, HFT firm do a lot of low-level optimizations to write low latency or ultra low latency software. So knowledge of core computer science subjects is very, very important. Core computer science subjects include operating systems, computer architecture, computer networks, which is what he also describes here, how the hardware and kernel works. Keen interest in solving mathematical puzzles helped me build a strong aptitude towards problem solving, not to mention the voracity I developed for any books in this category. I never did aforesaid things just for clearing in an interview. I did it for sheer learning and being a better programmer, and that's what kept me going. So this is also very important. I mean, an important part around preparation for interviews is that you should have a lot of motivation, you should have a lot of passion and enthusiasm, which keeps you going. I mean, which makes you keep going every day. I mean, which helps you prepare every day, despite you might fail some of the tests, you might fail some of the interviews for some firms, but it should not bring your morale down. You should keep on working on that. So that attitude only comes like if you're very, very passionate about something, if you're very enthusiastic about something. And this is what he also mentioned here. They say when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. I say a tier 3 start carved my conventionally to tenaciously serve some squash. Above all, it helped me grab an offer from an HFT right after graduating. Hard work, planning, and perseverance have no replacement. I mean, that's absolutely true. I blurred out the name of the person who authored this post to keep him anonymous, but I think he is a great guy. I mean, I have also talked to him. I also took some guidance from him, and I think this post is like very well written. I also thank this person from the bottom of my heart to actually have authored this particular post. I mean, this is the post which I also read when I was at D-Show. You can see that this post was written 2 years back, and I talked to this person about that. I also wanted to come into the HFT firm. I messaged him on LinkedIn and he told me the resources which he referred, how did he apply. He told me that a recruiter had reached out to him, and the things like his LinkedIn was really good, so I also updated my LinkedIn. And eventually that's what also happened with me, only that a recruiter had reached out to me on LinkedIn, and I was very well prepared for the interviews because he has already shared the resources which I had to go through, and eventually I was able to crack the interviews. So anyways, guys, I've also made a lot of videos around the resources which you can refer for preparing for trader or software development engineer roles at HFTs. You should refer that as well. You will find that in the description section of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you all next time.